Imagine you are walking down the path of life. Every step you take is planting a seed, either a seed of kindness or a seed of resentment. So what will you plant today? Human life is like a river that flows endlessly. Sometimes it is peaceful, sometimes it is raging with waves. But no matter what, the journey is yours. You can turn it into a journey of love, or turn it into a series of days filled with regret. Let's explore the profound meaning of karma, forgiveness, and the journey of overcoming difficulties in life through touching stories and valuable lessons. Karma. Everything has a cause and effect. What you sow is what you reap. This life operates according to the law of karma. What you are experiencing today is the result of your past actions. Nothing happens by chance. If you sow sincerity, you will receive love. But if you sow hatred, life will return bitterness. I have a friend who missed many opportunities in life because he often blamed circumstances. One day, he decided to change. He started doing small good deeds every day, like helping others without expecting anything in return. As a result, joy gradually returned to his life. Karma is not an instant miracle, but a cumulative process. Persist in good things, even when you don't see results yet. No one is perfect, and sometimes we get hurt by people we trust. But does holding on to hatred make us happier? A woman was betrayed by her best friend. She was heartbroken and thought that life was meaningless. After many years, she realized that holding on to hatred only made her more miserable. She chose to forgive and start a new life. Since then, her soul has become lighter than ever. Forgiveness is not weakness, but the way you free yourself from the shackles of the past. Let go to have peace of mind. Let go to be lighter. There are things in life that the more you try to hold on to, the more tired you will be. Sometimes letting go is not a failure, but the best way to move forward. There was a student who was assigned to find the most perfect blade of grass. He walked and searched, but could not choose. When he reached the end of the road, he was left with only ugly blades of grass. He realized that if he had been content from the beginning, he could have had the most beautiful blade of grass. Sometimes pursuing perfection too much will make us lose the precious things right in front of us. Learn to be content and appreciate the present. Life, the builder, and the last house. A builder planned to retire but was assigned to build the last house. He worked haphazardly, choosing poor quality materials. When he finished, he was given the house. He realized that if he had known, he would have done his best. Our lives are like building a house. Every action is a brick. Live each moment to the fullest, because we are the ones who will live in that house. Accept difficulties as part of the journey. Life cannot be without failures, but those difficulties are opportunities for us to train ourselves. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but he never gave up because he considered each failure a step toward success. Difficulties are just temporary challenges. Persevere through them, and you will find the light at the end of the tunnel. Finding inner peace. Happiness does not come from material things or fame. It comes from finding inner peace. A teacher advised his student to go to the crematorium to understand the brevity of life. Realizing that everything returns to dust, the student learned to live fully in the present and cherish every moment. Live as if today is your last day. Love more and let go of unnecessary things. Live fully with fate. Everyone comes into our lives for a reason, and every experience brings a lesson. No matter how difficult life is, remember that everything is part of the journey. Live fully with your fate, and you will find true peace. Love more, forgive more, and live fully in the present. Because life is a short journey, and each day is a precious gift. Forgive yourself. Not only do we need to forgive others, we also need to learn to forgive ourselves. Many people often hold on to past mistakes and let them affect their current happiness. However, to live happily, you need to know that everyone makes mistakes. There was a man who made a big mistake at work, leading to a serious failure. He lived in regret for many years until he understood. Failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn. He forgave himself and started over with a new determination. Forgiveness does not mean ignoring mistakes, but recognizing, learning, and moving forward. If you cannot forgive yourself, you will never find peace. Where does peace of mind come from? Peace of mind does not come from avoiding difficulties, but from how we face them. When you encounter difficulties, instead of blaming fate, see them as part of the journey to help you grow. A Zen master once said, "The storm will pass, the sun will shine again." When his student encountered difficulties, he advised to see challenges as passing clouds because they will not stay forever. Peace of mind comes from acceptance and letting go. When you understand that everything is temporary, you will no longer be swept away by negative emotions. Facing fear nature is always our great teacher. Look at the river. No matter how many obstacles it encounters, it still flows to the ocean. Likewise, in life, we need to learn to overcome fear to continue the journey. Once, I was afraid to change jobs because I was afraid of the unknown. But when I bravely faced it, I found joy and new opportunities that I had not expected before. Fear is temporary, but opportunities will pass if you don't dare to move forward. Don't let fear hold you back. Cherish the present moment. Happiness is not a destination, but a journey. Sometimes we focus too much on the future and forget the joys that are happening right now. A father was always busy with work to take care of his son's future. When his son grew up, he realized that he had missed the precious moments with his son. Then, he decided to spend more time with his family because he understood that time will never come back. Live fully in the present because this is the most precious gift that life has to offer. Live with gratitude. Looking back on your journey, you will see that what matters is not how much success you have achieved, but how much love and gratitude you have lived with. Every person you meet, every experience you have, is a brick that builds your life. Live each day with gratitude, because life is a journey that never repeats itself. Cherish your loved ones, do good deeds, and accept each day as a gift. Life is a long chain of love and forgiveness. Live so that every step leaves a mark of goodness, so that when you look back, you have no regrets. Change is inevitable in life. Everything is always moving and changing. But how we deal with it determines our mood and happiness. A man suddenly lost his job after 10 years at the same company. He felt abandoned and hopeless. But then he decided to learn new skills and found a better job that better suited his interests. See change as an opportunity to grow. If we cling to the past, we will miss out on new opportunities waiting for us. The art of patience life does not always go the way we want, but patience is the key to overcoming difficulties. Once a child planted a seed and watered it every day, but the plant did not sprout. He became discouraged and wanted to give up. Then his father explained that some seeds take longer to sprout, and sure enough, a few weeks later, the plant sprouted and grew strong. Patience is not passive waiting, but trusting the process. Keep working hard, and the results will come in due time. Love without conditions. True love does not come from conditions or expectations. It is simply giving. A mother spent her whole life taking care of her child, expecting nothing in return. When the child grew up and understood her sacrifice, he decided to live a kind and grateful life. Love without expecting anything in return, because love will bring you happiness. Be grateful for difficulties. No one likes difficulties, but they are valuable lessons that help us grow. A young man failed repeatedly in business, but he did not give up. After each failure, he learned from his experience and finally achieved great success. Difficulties are not enemies, but the greatest teachers. Be grateful for them because they make you stronger. Listen to yourself. In a busy life, we often forget to listen to ourselves. A girl always runs after other people's wishes and feels exhausted. When she starts listening to herself, she realizes that what she really needs is a simple, happy life with her family. Take time to listen to the voice of your heart. It is the compass that helps you find the right path. Cherish the little moments. Happiness does not lie in big things, but in the simple moments in everyday life. A father and daughter sit watching the sun set together. Even though it is just a short moment, it has become the most beautiful memory of the two of them. Don't miss the little moments, because they are the pieces that make up life. Learn to accept everything. Acceptance does not mean surrender, but understanding that there are things we cannot change. An athlete lost the ability to compete after an accident. Instead of being miserable, he chose to become a coach, inspiring the next generation. When you can't change the situation, change the way you see it. Be kind to yourself. Many people are very kind to others, but harsh to themselves. A girl always forced herself to be perfect and eventually fell into exhaustion. When she began to learn to love herself, she found true happiness. Treat yourself as well as you treat the people you love. Choose joy over worry. Worrying doesn't make tomorrow better, it only makes today darker. A mother always worried about her child when he was far away. One day she decided to change her perspective, choose joy over worry, and found life became easier. Worrying is useless. Live fully in the present and believe in the future. Life is a gift. Every day is an opportunity to love and experience. There was a man who fell into severe depression, but by writing down 3 things he was grateful for every day, he gradually found the joy of life again. Start each day with gratitude. That is the best way to find happiness. Listening is not just hearing with your ears, but feeling with your heart. When you know how to listen, you will understand and create real connections with others. A friend once confided to me that the most valuable thing in his life is not money or fame, but the moments of sincere listening from loved ones. Listen not only with your ears, but also with your heart, because sometimes others just need understanding and sympathy. Learning from failure, a stepping stone to success. Failure is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and grow. Steve Jobs was once fired from the company he founded. But thanks to that experience, he learned many important lessons and later returned to lead Apple to become one of the largest corporations in the world. Every failure is a learning opportunity. Don't be discouraged, because the road to success is always full of lessons from failure. The power of humility. Humility helps us open ourselves up to learning from others and makes us more trustworthy in the eyes of others. A famous CEO always affirms that, "My greatest success is knowing how small I am." He often listens to his employees and sincerely accepts their contributions. Humility does not make you smaller, but helps you grow. Wise people always know that they have a lot to learn. Live slow to feel more. In the midst of a busy life, sometimes we need to slow down to feel the beauty of life. Once, I decided to put my phone aside and sit still to watch the sunset. That moment made me realize that the simplest things are the most meaningful. Slow down. Take time for yourself and your loved ones. Life is not a race, but a journey to feel. The importance of honesty. Honesty is the foundation of every lasting relationship. When we are honest, we not only create trust with others, but also respect ourselves. A man accidentally received a large sum of money, transferred by mistake from the bank. Instead of keeping it, he returned the money and received respect from the whole community. Honesty is not only a virtue, but also brings peace of mind. Facing loneliness. Loneliness is not something to be afraid of, but an opportunity for us to understand more about ourselves. A writer once said, "The moment I felt most lonely was when I found myself." Thanks to those lonely moments, he wrote his lifelong works. Face loneliness with peace. It is a time for you to find yourself and develop your inner self. Faith is the power to overcome difficulties. When things get tough, faith is the power that keeps you going. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but he never lost his faith in freedom and justice. It was that faith that made him a symbol of peace in the world. No matter what the circumstances, keep the faith. Faith is the light that guides you through the darkest times. Nature is an endless source of energy that helps us find balance and peace. A friend of mine went through a mental breakdown, and she found peace by taking time to walk in the woods every day. The silence of nature helped her heal and find joy in life again. Spend time connecting with nature. Simple things like the sound of the wind and the chirping of birds can bring deep peace to the soul. Overcoming the fear of change can be scary, but it is also an opportunity for growth. An entrepreneur was forced to change his business model due to the development of technology. Instead of being afraid, he learned to adapt and become more successful than before. Change is an inevitable part of life. Don't be afraid. Embrace it with a positive attitude. Happiness is not an accident, but the result of choice. A friend of mine once faced a great loss in his life. Instead of being miserable, he chose to be grateful for what he had and live more positively every day. Happiness is your choice. No matter what life brings, you can always choose to live happily and optimistically. Life is a continuous journey of love, learning, and growing. Every day is an opportunity for you to live better, love more, and become the best version of yourself. Live each moment to the fullest and sow good seeds for the future.